Yo, what is going on YouTube? This your boy Kamen Rider Zero Spike back again once again. Today we here for Kamen Rider Revice episode 44, man, and we got a debut of a really hard to pronounce Kamen Rider form for Daiji, and some closure, but also some heartbreak as well. You hate to see it, but yeah, in this episode we basically see that we're basically resolving the Daiji arc, basically resolving the whole Daiji arc of him being a bad guy. And we get the reveal of Gift's true plan, and the return of the return of Oteka. Turns out Oteka wasn't dead this whole time. I don't know how to feel about this. Oteka does not need a redemption, dog. I hope Oteka comes back with a vengeance. I hope he comes back pissed off at everybody and just gets. I don't know, man. Because if don't, please don't. You can't redeem Oteka. I don't care. Yeah, you redeemed Aguilera. You redeemed Julio slash Takumi, but Oteka don't deserve it. He really don't. I'm not trying to turn this into a Oteka rant, but why? He wasn't dead this whole time. But also we get the reveal of Gift's true plan. We see that Vice ends up getting kidnapped by Gift, and we see that Gift does reveal his entire plan to him. And also Gift talks. Gift talks words. He doesn't do that whole he doesn't do that whole like scroungely voice thing he did before. Like he talks. Like if he could talk this entire time, why did you need Akashi to talk for you, to speak for you that whole time? Like, you just did your voice was your vocal cords not developed yet for you to talk regularly? But he does reveal his plan to Vice, and that basically Gift considers Earth a paradise to him. Wow. But he wants to destroy humanity, because the longer humanity is, grows and progresses and stuff like that, the more that their hatred and things like that will fester, and eventually they'll all kill themselves. So he basically just wants to turn the Earth into a breeding ground for demons and enslave humans, and basically bring humans back to the old ages, and basically just make them into just a bunch of puppets to create more demons. But he decides that, yeah, the Igarashi family, y'all inherited y'all genes from me, and y'all are able to live in harmony with your own demons. So y'all can stay. Y'all cool. Y'all can come sit with me at the cool kids table. Like, that's basically it. Like, he doesn't want to destroy the Igarashi family, because he literally said that he considers the Igarashi family his family, because y'all inherited my genes and stuff like that. So it's like, I care about y'all, because y'all are like the humans that he basically likes, because they can live in harmony with their demons and things like that. We see that Vice sees all this, but he only gets captured because he's stopping Daiji from creating a contract with Gift. He tries twice. You see that Daiji tries twice to create a contract with Gift, and yeah, but we do see that he's able to hear all. Like, we see that Vice does get kidnapped. We see that Daiji does come back to the bathhouse and tries to basically say goodbye to everybody, but Iki's like, nah bro, that ain't happening. You finna go outside. You finna catch these hands. So we get a fight between the two brothers. Sakura trying to stop them from fighting. Little sister doesn't want her big brothers fighting each other, especially in this type of manner. So you see that Daiji does end up hitting Sakura, and he hits her off of a side of a building, man. It was effed up, but like, you so blinded by everything that you hit your little sister off a side of a building. But our side plot was Big Daddy Katsuragi slash Matsumi Matsumi finally dies in this episode, and George is too late. George is too late to be able to talk to him before he dies. We see that Hana, she's trying to motivate him to go talk to your dad, man. Go talk to your dad before he's out of here. And yeah, we do see that he's fine tuning the Demon's driver for Hadomi to use, and he gives it to Hadomi, but under one condition. He says that, hey, you don't ever say that phrase ever again. The phrase you used to say, I will lay down my life. Don't say that anymore, and I'll give you the driver. So he does end up giving Hanomi the driver after Hanomi agrees to this condition. We do see that while Daiji and Iki are fighting each other, we do see that Vice ends up escaping. Well, he gets released from Gibbs' clutches, and he's able to, and then Vice tries to tell Iki about his plan and everything, but while Iki's fighting Daiji, we see that Daiji is able to hear everything that's going on with Vice, since they're both linked together, and he was able to resonate with Vice and hear the conversation that he was having with Giff. So we see that Hadomi does a fight ensues with Iki and Vice fighting Giff, while Daiji tries to stop that. He tries to get into another contract with Giff and things like that. And we do see that Hadomi does end up fighting Daiji, and we get the return of the original Kamen Rider demons. It felt good to see Hanomi back in the saddle again, even though he was greatly just internally injured from just transforming in general. And we see that he does end up fighting Daiji. He sort of wins. He ends up knocking Daiji back into civilian form, but he does talk to Daiji about Genta, about Genta, what Genta's words were to him, and basically just trying to change Daiji's mind about what's going on to help Daiji. And that's when Daiji, he's on the ground, he's crying, stuff like that. And we do see that he ends up calling Kagero, and he basically say, he admits that he needs Kagero, because Daiji without Kagero, Daiji's kind of a mess. He's a mess, and he doesn't think straight, stuff like that. Like, he's too good. Like, you got too much light over here, and he doesn't have any darkness to balance him out. That's a Kingdom Hearts thing, if you guys get the reference. But turns out Kagero was inside of Daiji's Vice Stamp. We see that Kagero never died, and I kind of figured that because he's still able to henshin. So, because in this series you need a demon to be able to really henshin. So yeah, so we see that Kagero is still alive, and we get the return of Kagero. I was so happy about that, because at first I hated Kagero. I did, but I knew eventually that these guys were gonna be they were gonna be partners at some point. They were gonna have some kind of common ground at some point. So it made sense. But the return of Kagero, yeah. So we get they ended up the conversation that they had was like, yeah, I just chose to stay quiet until the day you decided till the day you would admit that you needed me. And that's when Daiji's like, so will you fight by my side from now on? He's like, I will take control if you make us look lame out there. So that was a funny line. I like that. So we ended up getting a brand new form after they henshin together, a true henshin together, and we get Kamen Rider Evilty Live. It's a stupid name. Fuck this name. This name is so stupid, yo. Like, it could have been Evil Live. You could have did so many different names, and they just threw a bunch of letters at the wall to see which one stuck. Like, this name is stupid. Great form though. I do like this form. It's just it's just the Kamen Rider Evil and the Kamen Rider Holy Live like fused together type thing going on. Still like the same generally kind of like still the same suit, but you got some evil in there, you got some black in there, stuff like you gave him a cape, but also wings. So, but yeah, overall it was it's a great form. It really is, especially when he gets into action after he's taking down a bunch of demons, and you see like the shadow of Kamen Rider Evil also fighting and stuff like that was really cool. We got some freaking Kenzen and Disaster type thing going on. You know, that was it. But yeah, so they get into that fight, and we see that Daiji ends up destroying a bunch of demons that were getting ready to attack Harome and Sakura, and he apologizes to both of them. Then he goes up and then he attacks Gift while Iki and Vice are fighting him, and he apologizes and makes amends with his older brother and Vice. And then that's when we get the fight scene between they basically decide that, you know what, he said, hey, you two use the power of Gift, so you should be able to open a gate. So we'll open a gate, kick him in the gate, and seal him inside of it. So that's basically the plan. So that's what they do. They end up creating a port. They end up grabbing Gift, creating a portal, and kicking him outside the gate. But there's a smaller gate that does open up on the side, which is releasing a bunch of captured people. And we see that Oteka is one of them. I don't know, but we see that the Iki, Vice, and Daiji and Kagero really don't notice that, but we see that Hanome and Sakura do. So yeah, so all these people get released and things like that. They ended up sealing up Gift within the most amazing freaking way, especially that rider kick that Daiji and Kagero gave to Gift was absolutely freaking gorgeous. Like this fight was actually dope, with the brothers teaming up and stuff like that with each other. It was freaking dope. So they end up stealing Gift away, and yeah, first they think it's over. Everybody's all happy and cheery and whatnot, but we see that George ends up going, he's too late, and he ends up going to the hospital, like basically the little infirmary hospital room inside of inside of the weekend, my bad, inside of the weekend. And yeah, also Hideki, he's out of commission for the rest of this episode. Yeah, after his stuff that he did with Akaishi, then, you know, man, he's out of here. Now he's not dead, but you know, I mean, I like Hikaru to a degree. I do. Main characters, he got that main character syndrome, but whatever. So main characters, Iki and Vice, mostly Vice. But we see that after sealing Gift up, we see that George ends up going to Masumi's room, and he talks to him, and he's like, oh, he's dead. So yeah, but Masumi also feels bad. He's like, yeah, man, you know, I wish I could have left something to George and stuff like that. And he's talking to Hana, and Hana does try and go to and get George to go see your dad before he dies. You know, like George is like, I don't know, I don't care, I don't have time for a dying senior citizen. His words, not mine. But yeah, so one family has been broken up, another family has come back together. We see that Daichi does go back home. It does go back home to the bathhouse and hug mom and all that stuff. And episode kind of ends off right there. And we do see that next episode seems like it's going to be a doozy. It seems like Gift is coming back and stuff like that. I don't know what they're going to do with Oteka. I didn't see Oteka in the preview or anything like that. But yeah, like I said before, don't give Oteka no redemption type arc. Let him rejoin up with Gift again, and let Oteka be the final villain. We got 6 episodes left, so I don't know what they're gonna do, but just have to wait and see. But with that being said, everybody, you guys let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think of episode 44 of Kamen Rider Revice. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys next time. And remember, stay henshin.